தஹதணம் தரி தஹதணம் தக ததரக தக திமி திமி தரி தினச்சணோ.
மார்கழித் திங்கள் மதி நிறைந்த நன்னாளாள் நீராட போதுவீர் போதுமினோ நேரிழையீர் சீர்மல்குமாய் பாடி செல்வச் சிறுமீர்காள் கூர்வேல் கொடுந்தொழிலன் நந்த கோபன் குமரன் ஏராந்த கண்ணே யசோதை இளஞ்சிங்கம் கார்மேனி செங்கண் கதிர்மதியம் போல் முகத்தான் நாராயணனே நமக்கே பறை தருவான் பாரோர் புகழ படிந்தேலோரெம்பவாய். This is the first pasuram or song from Tirupavai. Tirupavai is a set of 30 pasurams that was composed by Andal. Andal is the only female Alvar out of the 12 Alvars or Tamil poet saints in the Vaishnavite sect of Hinduism. Alvars were considered to be supreme devotees of Lord Vishnu. Apart from Tirupavai, Andal has also composed Nachiyar Tirumudi. Andal's life goes to show how an ordinary human being could attain the lotus feet of the Lord through pure love and devotion. Now, I also want to talk about the significance of the month Margazhi. Margazhi is a Tamil calendar month that extends from mid-December to mid-January. This month is considered to be very auspicious. People generally chant hymns and they sing songs in praise of Lord Vishnu. Women draw colorful and vivid rangolis in front of their houses to welcome the god and goddess. And most importantly, during this month, the Tirupavai is sung. And it is believed that Andal composed Tirupavai during the month of Margazhi when she was a very small girl. So now let's move on to the story of Andal. Andal's life is filled with romantic simplicity. Once there lived a devout Brahmin called Vishnu Chitta in Srivilliputtur, which is in Tamil Nadu. His daily duties included procuring flowers for the lord of the local temple. So one day when he was going about his usual business, he noticed an infant girl under a tulsi plant in the garden. He was overwhelmed with joy. He thought that it was the blessing of the god to have given him the child because he did not have a family of his own. He named her Kodai, gift of Mother Earth. He took her home and raised her as his own. He showered her with lot of love and affection. He sang songs to her, told her stories about the god, and he also imparted knowledge about philosophy and shared his knowledge about Tamil poetry with his daughter. And soon, Kodai also grew up to be an ardent devotee of Lord Krishna. So deep was her devotion that at a very young age, she had decided to marry Lord Krishna himself. She would always imagine to be with Lord Krishna and pretending to be his bride and enjoying his presence. And without the knowledge of her father, she used to adorn the garland prepared by her father and admire her reflection at the mirror. This went on for a very long time. But one day, Vishnu Chitta noticed a single strand of Kodai's hair in the garland. He was deeply saddened and he was very angry at his daughter. He scolded her and discarded the garland. And then he prepared a completely new garland to be adorned to the Lord. But that night, the Lord himself appeared in Vishnu Chitta's dream and told him that he missed Kodai's scent in the garland. he instructed Vishnu Chitta to bring a garland that was adorned by Kodai. Vishnu Chitta was speechless. He was filled with tears of joy and remorse. He felt bad that he had not comprehended the devotion of his own daughter. From that day on, he took the garland that was worn by his daughter to adorn it to the Lord. And soon Kodai grew up and blossomed into a young woman. She attained marriageable age, but she was very stubborn that she would marry none other than Lord Ranganatha in Srirangam. He was a form of Vishnu. Everybody thought that she had lost her senses, and Vishnu Chitta was also left in deep despair. But once again, the Lord appeared in Vishnu Chitta's dream. He instructed him to bring Kodai to the temple dressed in all wedding finery. Simultaneously, the Lord also appeared before the priests of Srirangam and told them to do all the preparations required for the wedding. Vishnu Chitta was filled with both happiness and sadness. He was happy because his daughter was finally going to attain the goal that she had desired for. However, he was sad that she would be leaving him and going. He made all the preparations required for the journey and sent his daughter in a palanquin to the temple. Once she reached the shrine of the temple, Kodai could not restrict herself anymore. She jumped out of the palanquin and ran towards the shrine, and she embraced the Lord. Immediately, like magic, she disappeared with a blaze of light. All the people who witnessed that were spellbound. On that day, they understood how a human being could reach the lotus feet of God and become one with the Lord purely through love and extreme devotion. And she was called Andal because Andal means one who rules over the Lord. Now, Andal's temple, famous temple, is in Srivilliputturu, her birthplace, where the main deity is Lord Vishnu and along with consort Lakshmi, who is none other than Andal. It is believed that Andal is actually an avatar or incarnation of Bhuma Devi. So, I hope you all enjoyed this story. Do visit the temple in Srivilliputturu if you get an opportunity. Thank you very much.